Hi all, it's Rands Adventures. Um, I just wanted to say what we're up to soon. Obviously, you can see here the sign for that's been released from Alton Towers, saying the military part of the team that are at Alton Towers are closing Nemesis. Obviously, this is for a retrack. It will be closed for the whole of the 2023 season, closing on the 6th, which is the last day of fireworks at Alton Towers. So just go down, get your rides in before the end of the season. We are going to be there tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be there tomorrow. And then we're going to be there again next weekend, where my sister and her boyfriend are joining us, and we're going to go around the park and also in Ride Nemesis as well, show them around the park, and they'll be on our blog from there as well. You'll have also we are due to go to Disneyland Paris in November, on the 20th of November, including, obviously you get blogs from there, including Avengers Campus. Any updates that come from the park. I've not been there in a while now. Obviously, it's 30-year anniversary. Also, Christmas as well. So you'll get loads of stuff from there to do with that. Obviously, tomorrow I'm going to film at Oktoberfest. We'll be from Alton Towers tomorrow. So you'll see a lot more stuff like that. So it should be good. It should be pretty good. There also will be we are going to go to Cotswolds Wildlife Park on Saturday, and you'll see us from there. We'll be there as well, to have a look around from there. So it's just an update about all the new things. Also, I understand there's been some updates about Project Exodus at Thorpe Park. I think that the Runnymede Borough Council, there was a letter come out from the Environmental Agency saying about their floodplains, and whether the park would be due to get, would it be, if the ride was put in, whether it would cause the ride, whether it would cause the park to flood. But obviously this was done before, when other rides have been put in, like the Swarm. That was part of that park, was part of the park there was in the floodplains on that time. So I'm not sure whether what the result of that is, but they've said that the Environmental Agency have come back and said that they basically want stuff from Thorpe Park to say whether it will affect the flooding around Thorpe Park. Thorpe Park have said they've come back and given loads of information about the actual park itself, and put numbers in there basically about it. And they've also come back and said why is it okay, not okay now, when they wanted to build stuff in the past and it's been approved, like the Swarm, that goes in the floodplains as well. So we don't know why that is. Runnymede Borough Council have come back as well and said that they are basically, they've basically come back and said that they're agreeing with Thorpe Park about why, why it's a disagreement for this ride to go in. So hopefully we'll be able to see a new ride, hopefully see the new ride approved at Fort Park, as well as Alton Towers. Obviously, you've got that new they're putting in prospectus, but Fort Park have always, Alton Towers have already put in planning permission. Going to look into that. Going to do a video about that soon, about the planning document. Yeah, so thanks very much for joining us on this update, this live update. As I said, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be at Alton Towers tomorrow to see this sign that they've put up there. What's great about the theming that they've put up, yeah, at least with like the Jewel before, you're saying it was closing, and then they just put the signs up and put that little thing in. But with Nemesis, they've put the song about the Faralax. Obviously, they're the military attachment to obviously they run that part of the park for Villain Valley, and maybe we'll get Subterra will open, because obviously there's been loads of signs with like the question marks on Subterra, whether they're testing it for a maze for Fright Night for Scarefest, or whether it's going to be an actual whether it's going to open actually for a proper park. So I don't know, a proper ride again. I wish it's going to open, because I've never been on it. Understand it's a drop tower that's in there. I've never been. Understand it was used for a scare maze, probably obviously the top part of it, but I've never ever been in there before. So hopefully that'll reopen while Nemesis is shut. Obviously, they need to put in the new sand. People worried about the sand, about the noise of Nemesis, whether the noise is going to disappear. Obviously, they put the obviously you've got Nemesis Inferno at Fort Park, the sister to Nemesis. Obviously, I love Nemesis. Nemesis is a much better ride, in my opinion. It's like my favorite ride in the world at the minute. I've not been to many parks, only to the UK ones. Obviously, I've been to Disney in America, but before I actually started doing this YouTube channel, so I've not really like blogged from there. But eventually, I will. I'll go over to the States. I think next year we may go, or I may go to, because I've got a job, and so does Jodie. So we can't go as much. We have we are going to dedicate, like we're going to do stuff around until the channel picks up enough that that we can go and show, I can spend a bit more time on it, and it's paying for things, and then we can afford for me to travel and go to parks and stuff like outside. So I'm going to have to basically book time around my job to do that, to go over to Europe, maybe go to Phantasialand, Movie Land Park in Germany, Europa Park, Popsland Japan, all them sort of stuff over there. It'd be really good to see all of them. But obviously, my sort of go-to park, like the top of my bucket list is Phantasialand, because of Fly and Darren, Chapas de Wazaban as well, and all the other rides that are there, Black Mamba as well. So I just want to ride all them there. I want to ride to Happiness at Popsland. That's supposed to be, I don't know, that's a bit like Time Machine in America, I understand. Yeah, so I just wanted to basically have a look at everything and see what it's all about. Yes, so join me tomorrow. I will be at Alton Towers tomorrow. So if you see me, come wave, come say hello. I'm going to wear my Nemesis t-shirt, which is this here. So I'll be wearing that tomorrow. So you'll see me wearing that. Also, I've got my Disney Disney top here as well, with Mickey Mouse. That's obviously ready for one of my tops would be ready for Disney. I'm also gonna get some. There's new merchandise. I understand, from what I've seen from Avengers Campus. Obviously, I love Marvel. Marvel's like, my next best thing in the world. Yeah, so have a look at that as well for us. Also, while I'm here, we've got a gaming YouTube channel. It's called Rands Adventures Gaming. I've started that, so it's like when I'm doing all my Xbox stuff. So I've got a Twitch feed as well, so it's Rands Adventures on Twitch. Have a look at that when it goes live, and then have a look at. Obviously, I'm going to upload stuff to that. There's obviously new games coming out. You have Hogwarts Legacy, the new Assassin's Creed game that's been released, that's been announced, which is Mirage, which is going to be set in Baghdad with one of the characters from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Basim, when he was younger. So that would be quite a good game to look forward to when that comes out. I think that's 2023, so will be Hogwarts Legacy. That's been pushed back as well, so you'll get to see that as well. I just did a video on there about Valhalla and the Forbidden Saga, first part of that that I was doing. I am going to do now. My next one will be from Twitch. Will be I'm going to do it on Odyssey. So you'll see that as well. So yeah. So please join us as we go around, and you'll see us in the future. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for joining Rands Adventures, and we'll see you in the next video. See you from Alton Towers tomorrow.